Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Minecraft Pocket Edition Survival Guide series. This is episode 26. This is what we are gonna do today. I am gonna make a guardian farm. The reason why I'm gonna make the guardian farm first is because it's really easy to make. It's really super simple. Best part about this guardian farm, it does not require any redstone. The way how we're gonna make this guardian farm is we're gonna mark all the spawn spots where all the guardians spawn. We already did an episode on monument raiding, and luckily for us we got rid of the elder guardian. The only thing about the ocean monument is that guardians will constantly be spawning. What we are gonna do is we're gonna stop the guardians from spawning, and the way we do that is by using blocks, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. How I found the guardian spots is you do have to come to the middle, like I'm at the top of my ocean monument, and then you're gonna want to face the positive direction, and you also have to make your y coordinates go to the positive side as well. So the first spot where these guardians spawn is gonna be right here. So I'm gonna mark the red wall because this is the first spot. And then what I am gonna do next is I'm gonna go out 16 blocks. So we're gonna go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, and then right here is a 16th spot. So that means this is our second spawning location. And then from right here we're gonna go out 10 blocks as well. So it's gonna be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and then 10. So that's our third spawn. We already found 3 spawning locations for the guardians. What we are gonna do is we're gonna go down 16 blocks again. We're gonna go 1 2 3 14 15, and then right here is 16 block again, and over here we're gonna do 11. 1 2 3 9 10 11. Now we found 5 spawning locations for these guardians. You're gonna want to repeat it on this side as well. Before we do the rest right here, we are gonna find more spawning locations on this side. So we are gonna be counting 16 blocks again. So this is our 16th block. On this side, we are gonna be counting 11 blocks on this direction as well. So it's gonna be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11. Let's go ahead and do exactly what we did here all the way down here. So I finally finished the bottom part. I did nothing different. All I did was just repeat the same thing what I did over there all the way over here. Okay, so we have about 15 spawning locations for these guardians. If you want to stop right here, you can. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark every single spawning location for these guardians. We are already halfway done on marking these locations. The top part we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna count 16 blocks. So here's another spawning location, and then from right here we are gonna be counting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So here's another spawning location. If you guys already know what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna repeat what I did right here all on top of right here. Once I get that done, I'm gonna show you what to do next. After repeating what I did, I ended up having 25 spawning locations for these guardians. Every ocean monument has about 25 spawning locations, and luckily for me, I found every single one of them. And this is the best way I'm finding all the spawning locations. Well, the next thing that you do have to do is we are gonna cover up these spawning locations. Before I show you how I am gonna do this, you are gonna need a conduit. The reason why we are gonna make a conduit right now, one, is gonna allow us to breathe underwater, and the second thing is we are also gonna be able to mine faster while underwater. So if you don't know how to make a conduit, you do need nautica shells, and you need a heart of the sea. So heart of the seas can be found on treasures, and the only way to find a treasure is with a treasure map, and then you do have to go to that location. But if you can't find a treasure map, you can also find a broken ship or a sunken ship, however you want to call it. Most of the time those sunken ships will have chests in there so you can loot, and you're gonna find yourself heart of the sea sometimes, or any other good type of loot. If one thing I forgot to mention, if you don't want to deal with guardians, I'll recommend setting your game mode to peaceful. And the reason why is because these guardians are gonna attack you no matter what. So they are going to be spawning a lot, and the best way to prevent that is by setting your game mode to peaceful. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my game mode to peaceful so I can make a conduit without getting attacked. I came to my creative world because I had made a mistake in my survival world, and it wasn't regarding anything with the farm. It's just like I was recording this in my regular survival, but I forgot to turn on the microphone, so I wasted like around 30 minutes. So I came to my creative world because I wasn't far along on it as in my survival project. I wanted to show you was the next parts on making the farm to make it easier for you. This is how your conduit is supposed to look like. Basically a beacon for underwater, basically. What you want to do is you're going to go to one of these marked spawn locations, and what you have to do is you're going to have to build blocks all the way down. So you're going to cover everything up with blocks just the way I am. And the reason why we're going to be using blocks is because this is what's going to be preventing the guardians to not spawn. So doing this, it just covers up their spawn. Before I tell you the next thing is you're going to want to fill all this up with any solid block until you reach Y level 24. Y level 24 is going to be your killing chamber for your guardians to spawn. What you want to do next is you're going to want to fill everything up with glass. So you're going to fill all this up all the way down to Y level 24. You don't have to do it the way how I did it right here because I am going to do something else. Go ahead and place glass just like this. And then you can place any solid block next to the glass just like this. After you get it looking like this, you can get rid of the solid blocks that you have inside the pillar. Once you get rid of the solid blocks in the middle of the pillar, you're gonna count 1, 2, 3. On the fourth block, you're gonna place a button. The reason why we are doing that is because we're gonna have water just like this. So go ahead and place water, the glass like this, and then once you cover it up, you should have something like this. Once you get this concept done, that's literally all you have to do for the rest of the farm. As you can see, all these spawning locations have the same concept on it. From us doing that, basically our guardian will spawn at the top, and then since there's a button right here, nothing to hold the guardian, you're gonna fall all the way down till they hit Y level 24. And the reason why I have at Y24, that's that makes it so they can die automatically. I have hoppers at the very bottom, and it's going to be leaking to the very middle so we can collect everything. Because I already have this part done, I don't have to do anything else. But for you, you're going to have to repeat the same concept at every single spawning location that we marked. I am going to decorate this up because I do have a plan. That's the reason why I got rid of my ocean monument. Once I'm done, I'm going to show you my finished progress, and then I'm going to show you how everything is being collected as well. I came to my original survival copy, and I went ahead and completed everything what I wanted to do. So the reason why I got rid of my ocean monument is because I wanted to build an underwater city, something like this. The underwater city is inspired by BioShock. If you guys haven't played that game, I'll recommend you guys to play it. I also have a series on creating that map as well, but on creative, so other people could explore and enjoy that world as well. I really like the aesthetic look of an underwater city, and me doing this is just something more different than what people do, because like I said before, people like to drain their whole entire ocean monument, but I didn't really want to have to do that. I wanted to do something else, something way more different and unique. From me trying to come up with something original, I came up with this, which makes it so much better for me. And this is the guardian farm. If you haven't noticed, every single pillar that we have here, it is made into a building. Before I show you the rest of the guardian farm, I want to show you all the stuff that we managed to collect. This is all the stuff. Collect a good amount of it, and we can now finally make prismarine blocks and sea lanterns. These are all the spawning locations for the guardian farm, and I made them all into buildings. And the best part is, all I have to do is just stand. I could be inside the main building, and I could be farming them. Or if I want to make more buildings, I'm still going to be farming these guys as well. But that's all to it. You don't have to do what I did right here, try to cover up the farms and anything like that. What I had showed you earlier was basically the fundamental concept on making a guardian farm. If you guys still don't know how to mark the locations on this guardian farm, I am going to link in the description where I got this idea, just like always. Now we're going to have to make a drown farm. Let's go ahead and get ready to make a drown farm. So now we're gonna get started with making a drown farm. Making this farm, you do have to be over an ocean. Luckily for me, I have an ocean nearby, and it's where I have all my other farms at. All you have to do is just build it over the ocean. From right here, I'm gonna go up until I reach Y level 191. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up 1, 2, 3 from right here. I'm gonna go out 1. We're gonna go out by 4 blocks just like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason why I'm doing this is because we are gonna have a trident killer up here as well. After you make the trident killer, it's the same concept as we did on our general mob farm and our gold farm. Nothing different, it's all the same. Now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go up 20 blocks. So this is 1, 2, 19, 20. We're gonna do it to all the sides next. Once you bring all those walls up, the next part is you wanna go ahead and place some ice right here. It does have to be ice blocks. Making this ice is pretty much a water surface and not a spawnable block as well. Now that we got that out of the way, the next part is we're gonna go up 11 just like this. Now that we have our 11 row of blocks, you can also get rid of the blocks on the bottom. Basically, all you have to do is just bring the ice around just like this. We're gonna keep repeating the same process that we're doing right here until we reach the very top. After we place all that ice, we should have something like this. What we can do next is we're gonna make a wall. So we are gonna make a 2-high wall right here. It doesn't have to be solid blocks, you can use glass as well, but since I don't have a lot of glass at the moment, I'm gonna be using solid blocks. What we have to do is just make a whole wall all around the ice blocks that we made. Now that we made our wall, we're gonna place solid blocks right here. These blocks are gonna be temporary, but we're gonna take them off in the end, because in the end we're gonna be placing water. Go ahead and fill this up, and then I'm gonna show you what to do next. Before we place our water on top or ice blocks, you're gonna want to go ahead and place buttons or signs right here. Doesn't really matter if it's a sign. Now that we got that done, we're gonna go ahead and place the ice block right here, break it, and it's gonna give us a full water source. Go and fill this whole entire thing up with ice, and then we're gonna break it. Alright, so I have finished everything up, and I got rid of my temporary blocks as well. So everything should look exactly like this. All of our drowned will end up spawning in here. So they're going to end up going all the way down till they reach the bottom right there. And they're going to fall all the way down to our trident killer. Next thing that we have to do is we're going to go up 10 blocks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then on the 11th block, we're gonna go up just like that. As you can see, we have some drown spawning. We're gonna go repeat this on every 4 corners, and then we're gonna fill it up with the blocks. Now that I repeated the same process and connected every corner, what we can do next is we're gonna start placing leaves on this spot right here, and we're gonna want to fill everything up. Once you guys got that done, we're basically done with the farm. Alright, so now that I filled everything up, I filled up the edges as well, we are basically done with the drown farm. You can see some of the drown are right there, and they're going to the very bottom. And so the final thing that I need to do is I just need to set my trident. Place my trident. Where did it go? No, wait, did he grab it? I think he did grab it. Fortunately, I did run out of tridents, so I can throw in here. But not to worry though, because since I already made the drown farm, all I have to do is just wait here, and then I can start eliminating these drown. Once in a while, a drown will give me a trident. I'm gonna link in the description these farm ideas because they're not mine. I like to give credit where credit is due. This is the farms that I wanted to make for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I also want to say sorry for not posting as frequently as usual. Just been really busy, but like I said before, when I do have time, I will post the most I can, and I will record the most I can. But it's just been very busy. But I hope you guys understand with that. I still want to continue on the series and do some things for you guys, and for you guys to get some ideas as well, and to inspire those who want to do something different and unique as well. What I also did down here, I added some hoppers that I can go connect them into a chest, but I don't have any wood right now to put a chest right here. But I didn't do anything fancy. I just have a little hopper system going down right here, and eventually I am gonna make an item sorter because it does give a lot of stuff, and I want to be able to collect that. Next episode, I am gonna try to show you a finished progress because I'm also gonna make another item sorter over there. I always wanted to build this in a survival world, but I didn't have all those. I didn't have a lot of things. Since I have a lot of things now, I was able to make this. I do need a beacon as well so I can buy more faster. But other than that, oh, at least I was able to get done a good amount. Overall, I just like how it looks. Like I said before, this is inspired by BioShock. I highly recommend that game. It's really, if you haven't played BioShock, you should play it. Like, definitely play it. But now we're at the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to comment down anything about these farms or anything like that, or what I should do next. But with that being said, my name is Animated Didi, and I catch you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.